Good day, everyone. Before discussing our last topic for this semester, let me share this quote first. It is not enough to wire the world if you short circuit the soul. Technology without heart is not enough. As they say, technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. So let's use technology wisely and know that everything has a process. Just enjoy the process because living without love is meaningless. Now, for today's discussion is all about combination circuit, a bit complicated since it's the combination of series and parallel. Lisod lang ni if wala kayo nakasabot sa series o parallel nato nga discussion. Last to not, last topic for this semester, so let's enjoy the process. Let's review. Take note of the total resistance, the formula in getting the total resistance in series and parallel. And also, don't forget that total current and individual current is equal in series. In parallel, total voltage and total individual voltage is equal. So, series, ang current ang equal, parallel, voltage ang equal. In solving combination circuit, we will just simply reduce the complex circuit to simple series or parallel circuit. So, depende siya sa given. And to reduce complex to simple circuit, we will just find the equivalent resistance. Let's have an example. A 5 ohms resistor is in series with two 8 ohms resistor. Solve for the total resistance. Now, this is the illustration. Based on illustration, we can make this circuit into series, no? By just getting the equivalent resistance of R2 and R3. To get that, let's assume the given is parallel circuit. In getting the total resistance sa parallel circuit is lisod, no? Kay katong 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2. But na siya technique or sayon ra siya class if ang given resistor is equal, the same ra. R2 is 8, R3 is 8. So to solve that, our numerator would be 8 or the value sa resistor and the denominator is pila ka buok ang value nga 8. Kay since duha raman sa given, so 2. If naay upat, R1, R2, R3, R4 is 8. So therefore, ang atong denominator is 4 sad. So 8 divided by 4. But since duha raman ka 8 sa problem, that's why 2 ratong denominator or divisor. And the answer is 4. And let's try to use the formula. Atong formula nato to get the parallel circuit having two resistors, no? The same rajud gihapon. So it's up to you what formula to use. Basta mo ni ang shortcut. Now, if we are to illustrate our new given, this time, ingani na siya og forma, no, or illustration. Si R2, 3, the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2. Final answer to solve the total resistance is simply add, right? Simply add the R1 and the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2. So this is the process. 5 plus 4. So, the total resistance of this given is 9 ohms. Let's have the second example. Solve for the total resistance given this illustration. So, a bit complicated. Taas siya nga process. Kay first, let's get the equivalent resistance of this using the formula sa series. No? Series. After that, kauna sad nato ang equivalent resistance kani og CR4 parallel na sad nga formula ang gamiton. And finally, to solve for the total resistance, since ang atong final illustration na is series circuit na siya. And use the formula for series. So let's start.
To solve for the equivalent resistance of R2, R3, just simply add. So that is 3 plus 9 equals 12 ohms. In series man siya, no? And this time, R23 is in parallel ni R4. Pausad nato iyahang equivalent resistance. So, muna niya ang bagong illustration, no? Si R23, o si R4, paon ng equivalent resistance para ma-series na siya sa R1. So, the formula, remember, basta parallel gani siya class on niya same value kay simply divide. Numerator would be the value and i-divide siya kung pila ka buok ang resistor nga same value, which is 2 raman, so that is 2. 12 divided by 2, the same man is sa problem number 1, no? Nga kung 3 sad ang atong naatay another given sa resistor in parallel aning duha, yeah, same gihapon 12, so therefore atong divisor is 12. Since duha raman, so that is 12 divided by 2, and that is 6 ohms. Now, final illustration nato or ang final given nato this time is kuana series circuit R1 and the R234. To get the total resistance, series naman siya, simply add R1 plus R234, that is 6, no? 4 plus 6, so ang answer is 10 ohms. Now let's proceed to the third example. Solve the given below by completing the verb table. So this is the illustration. Now, in solving the verb table, first step, Jude, is to input first, no? Input first the given. We have R1 is 2 ohms for the resistance, R2 4 ohms, R3 6 ohms, and the total voltage we have 12 volts. And after that, we will make our given into simpler one, either in series or in parallel. Now, based sa given, pwede siya mahimong parallel by getting the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2. So, just simply add, okay, in series man siya, 2 plus 4, 6 ohms. And after getting the equivalent resistance, next to that is to get the total resistance. Take note, the given is now parallel circuit with 2 resistors, R12 and R3. To get the total resistance of R12 and R3, kay same naman siya value, which is 6. So, ang katong shortcut, 6 divided by 2. 2 kay duha raman ang atong resistor, which is, yung value is 6. So, that is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3 ohms. Now, take note. Parallel man siya class, remember, voltage sa individual o total kay the same ra. Therefore, R12 and R3, 12 voltage ang iyahang value. After that, get the, pwede na ka mag-solve, no, for the current. Kay, we can use this formula, which is V divided by R. Get the quotient of voltage and resistance. And therefore, pwede siya unahon nato dire. Unya, di pa nato ma-solve ang upper parts, R1 of R2, kay wala may given for the voltage. So, kung unahon na lang ani class would be si R12. Kaya para makuha nato ang current ni R1 o ni R2. So, that is 12 divided by 6 is 2 ohms. And take note, kung sa parallel, voltage kay equal, sa series, ang current sad ang equal, no? Individual of ang total current is equal. So, that is 2, 2. Take note ha, ang iyang mga, they have the same value. And then, we can solve now for R3. Current ni R3, that is 12 divided by 6 is 2. And suggestion na ako class no, use the formula instead of getting the total kay sa previous na may times nga gi-add ra nato no. This time remember this is in series, this is R12 and R3 is in parallel. So as much as possible make sure to use the formula na lang kaysa mag-total jud ka. So to get the total current we have 12 divided by 3 is 4. And fill in at aning voltage. Okay, to get the voltage, we will just simply multiply current times resistance. So that is 2 times 2. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2 is 4 volts. Now, this time, last column na lang to get the power and that the formula is P6. Voltage times current. So that is 4 times 2 is 8 watts. 8 times 2 is 16 watts. 12 times 2, 24. 12 times 2, 24, still 24. And the total power is 12 times 4, we have 48 watts. And let's have the glossary or the terms used. Combination circuit is a series parallel circuit having a branch of parallel circuit with resistors in series. Equivalent resistance, this is the total resistance of a series, parallel, or combination circuit. And that ends our lesson for this semester, last lesson for this semester.